Kunigami is turned into Captain America, Shidou is already trying to outzest Kaiser, and the kickoff between Bastion Munich and PXG begins. What's going on, everyone? It's Animasu here, as always, with another weekly chapter review. We're going to be talking about Blue Lock chapter 248 today, titled Final Fight. I'm sure you already know the vibes, but if you enjoy the content I push out and would like to support your local Blue Lock YouTuber, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, commenting on my videos, and even join the community Discord if that interests you. As always, I hope you have an amazing day, and please enjoy the video. The intro text here says, "The entire footballing world waits with anxious breath. As the audience tunes into the final matches of the Neo Egoist League, will we see the moment, one where a legend is born." As we see an overhead view of the Blue Lock facility, the announcers are thanking all of the fans worldwide who are tuning in. The climax of the Neo Egoist League is finally upon us, with the 9th match being between Manshine City and FC Barcha. As we then get a better view of everyone watching here, the 10th match is announced to be Bastion Munich vs PXG, as seconds are ticking down to the kickoff. Some notable people we can see here watching are Isagi's parents, Kunigami's sisters, and even the kid who became Isagi's first fan. The chapter then cuts to the World Football Association conference room, where the JFA president seems to be showing off the Blue Lock TV ratings. Standing in front of a conference table of high-profile individuals in the soccer world, he's boasting about how many subscribers Blue Lock TV has and all that stuff. He just cannot get enough of himself, as he goes on and on, boasting about how it's one of the new hot forms of sport entertainment. Puffing out that big ol' belly of his, he tells them that the entire football world is curious on what superstars will emerge from the program. His pitch here is that they must take full advantage of the popularity in which Blue Lock is generated, as obviously he just cares about getting to the bag. Finishing off his proposal with an ugly grin on his face, he humbly asked that the board consider his ideas regarding the U20 World Cup. Now, who really knows what his true ideas and motives are that he said previously, but I have a feeling that the system and matches may not be entirely fair to Blue Lock. As we then see a mysterious man with a cane, shrouded in shadow as he sits in a throne-like chair. This is actually revealed to be the FIFA President himself. This guy seems to be just as corrupted with money and greed as our JFA president, because he says that if it increases their revenue, he might consider the proposal. What do you guys think that this could imply for the upcoming U20 World Cup? Could matches end up being rigged for or against Blue Lock? Anyways, with the chapter then cutting over to the Blue Lock medical checkup room, Kunigami seems to be getting monitored very closely, as we see numbers for things such as his cardio functions, muscle mass, and overall fitness. Henri is then shown to state something rather shocking. Apparently at the young age of 17, Kunigami's numbers are already slowly but surely reaching Noah's. That's not even the most shocking part though of this whole scene, because Ego then goes on to remind Kunigami of something very odd. Apparently the wildcard designed him to raise the level of everyone else from Blue Lock in the NEL, simply serving as a pawn to Ego's quest to create the world's best player. With an amazing full panel spread of Kunigami then being shown with him hooked to an EKG, Ego leaves us off with even more questions. He tells Kunigami to throw away his ego and achieve a blank state of mind, which sadly, Kunigami just mindlessly agrees to. I have a lot of speculation regarding Ego's true motives involving the wildcard, however I'm just going to save that for tomorrow's theory video. With the chapter then once again changing the scene, we now find ourselves in the Germany Stratum locker room. The starting formation is then shown for Bastion Munich, which seemed to concern a lot of people in the community. Kaiser and Kunigami are up front, which already kind of upsets me because Isagi has definitely proven himself as a striker. Also, Corona and Yuki seem to be sitting on the bench, meanwhile Birkenstock and Grim are in the starting lineup. Noah goes on to say that he plans to heavily use substitutions in this game based on the situation, however it still seems very odd to me. Maybe they'll just be relied on as impact subs, because Noah goes on to tell those on the bench to stay ready because they'll be needed at any moment. With Noah finishing up and telling them to go out and win, we get a badass spread here of Bastion Munich walking out. Everyone seems to be eerily calm and focused for this match, with Isagi obviously running circles in his own head per usual. Taking a deep breath out, Isagi is playing with the thought that only victory matters here. Thinking back on his previous assist he was forced into during the Barcha and Manshine matches, Isagi realizes that bit by bit, he's been overcoming every obstacle to stand in his way. He's continuously been evolving and gaining new weapons, which has given him the confidence to stay thinking about becoming the world's #1 player. Before, this thought seemed to just be some vague and obscure desire of his, but now, he can visualize the way he wants to play as a striker. Not just that, but the way he will defeat Rien and how he will carry Bastion Munich to victory. With his accumulated knowledge of metavision, egocentrism, and flow, Isagi can truly see a clear vision of himself becoming the world's best player. Just about to approach the doorway to the field, Isagi states that number 1 is the only thing he desires. This is the unique hunger that dwells inside of him, and the originality Ego is speaking about. In another amazing panel this chapter, we get to see the classic pre-game spread of the opposing team, with Shidou already making it a fruit fest. We can also see the confirmed formation being a 3-4-1-2, with Shidou and Rin up front, and notable starters such as Nanase, Santetsu, Tokimitsu, and Karasu. Our first unique interaction is then finally seen, with Shidou wasting no time in taunting Kaiser. With a psychopathic look in his eyes, Shidou tells Kaiser how everyone in the world will know his name after defeating a new gen striker. Obviously, Kaiser claps back with some below average roast like he normally does, enticing Shidou even more. Bro is just singing with his tongue out about how fun this match is going to be. Isagi and Rin's first interaction is also then shown in this chapter, as Isagi walks up already spouting some bullshit. He tells Rin that they're going to put the title of number 1 on the line and truly see who's stronger now. However, Rin seems confused with all of that. Literally standing up on his tippy toes here, Rin says that he could not give a fuck less about the title of number 1. What he desires most is the moment he will destroy Isagi, as his ego still seems to be fueled by his rivalries. This scene here also just kinda makes me laugh out loud, remembering how they're still young, because Rin is acting so tough while literally on his tippy toes head to head with Isagi. Karasu then tells the gremlins of PXG to wrap up their beefing because showtime is on the dot. Players can be seen preparing themselves, such as Nanase, Ryuchi, Gagamaru, and Kunigami, as the time has finally come. The Neo Egoist League's Game 10 has officially started with its kickoff, as the undefeated Bastion Munich and PXG face off. The outro text here says, "Winning is the only thing that matters." With the Neo Egoist League title on the line, sparks fly as the two teams glare at each other from across their respective halves. Bastion Munich vs PXG, the much anticipated title match now kicks off. The title for the upcoming chapter 249 honestly doesn't reveal much, with it just being the beginning. There's really not much to speculate on there, as all I can say is prepare yourself. The best match in Blue Lock has finally kicked off, and I'm about to be flooding you guys with theory videos, analysis content, and so much more. Also, if there's any specific content or videos you'd like me to work on, feel free to request that too down in the comments. Now is really the last moment you can lock in your bets on who you think will win. Go ahead and hit me with your official match scorecards and goal scorers down in the comment section, as I'm super curious to see what the overwhelming majority expect. If you're looking forward to that and would also like to support my channel, please feel free to click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and even check out my community Discord down in the description. I hope you all continue to have an amazing day, and thanks once again for tuning in.